Your time at the BBC did end with controversy.
I've got no time for anyone that gets behind the wheel after drinking, and I did that. And then I waited for the police. I said, listen, I've been drinking, bang to rights. I've never abused anyone for any kind of colour reason in my life. BBC obviously didn't want to know anymore after that.
When did you start working for the BBC?
Started working for the BBC 2014, 15.
14, 15, okay. And then your time at the BBC did end with controversy.
It did.
You were arrested for drink driving.
I was, yeah.
And the news stories at the time were saying you also abused a police officer.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I didn't want to get involved with it. You know, it was an absolute sham. It was a charade. I'd got done for drink driving. I was polite. I'd actually clipped someone.
Okay.
Someone jumped out of a taxi drunk, and I had a silent car. I had an electric car. Ran out in the road because I couldn't hear anything. I was there. Literally slammed my brakes on, like a fifth of a rotation of the wheel before stopping, and I wouldn't have hit her. Right. And I would have just done what I was going to do, which was go to a car park and calm down. Basically, we've been out as a family with my stepdad, with my wife, with my stepdad's girlfriend. Someone had come up to me, patted me on the head that I didn't really know, said, what a lovely chocolate, man. Didn't find it.
This is before you got in the car?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I had a bit of I just didn't take it well. And I've been to see a psychologist about it because it's a bit long-winded, this, but I mentioned it earlier, the 70s and 80s. My mum was an Irish woman. She was 5'2". And the environment when I was being brought up in Manchester, which was the area that I was brought up in was called Whitefield, predominantly white area. Okay. And my mum's had to go out on the street and fight against racists. So when I think the combination of being with my stepdad, being with my stepdad's girlfriend, this lady doing what she did to me, I think it just triggered something where if that was my mum would have thrown herself over and said, you know, what the hell do you think you're doing? Right. Don't talk to my son like that. Whereas there might have been a bit of a smile or something from my dad's my stepdad's girlfriend, and it just triggered me a little bit. So we ended up having a bit of a row. Went home, and then I thought, I'm going to complain. So we phoned the police, which is a schoolboy error for me. I didn't phone the police, but we phoned the police to say, you know, we want to make a complaint. And I had second thoughts about it. I thought, I know how this is going to unfold. And stupidly, we'd got a taxi home.
Okay.
And stupidly, I could have got on my bike. I could have walked. Stupidly got in my car. I thought, I don't want to be here when this happens. You can make the complaint on my behalf, and I'm going to...
So this was from your house? Yeah. Okay.
And then, you know, it was just, I think everything was against me that day. I was driving carefully, seeing the girl kind of get out of the taxi and thought, she's not going to. She did. Literally just about stopped. And then as soon as I clipped her, I thought, I'm not going anywhere. Put my handbrake on. And I think I had a little bit of a moment there where everything just went dark. And then I waited for the police. I said, listen, I've been drinking, bang to rights.
So you admitted that to them?
Yeah. Is the girl all right?
Yeah.
Did a breathalyzer, and then sat in the car. And then started banging on the window about 20 minutes later, because obviously they were waiting for I think there was a little bit of everything going on. It was someone who's quite well known in the car. Yeah. Waiting for the ambulance to arrive. The girl was all right. Luckily, she didn't really need any treatment. Thank God. And I'd been drinking. I needed a wee. And I was banging on the window. But I think 40 minutes had gone, and I'd end up having a wee. So...
You're in the police car at
this
point?
So I'm banging, and I need a piss. I'm banging. No one's listening to me. So, but the way, and then abusing the police officer. I mean, come on. My mum's white. My stepdad's white. I've never abused anyone for any kind of colour reason in my life. Okay. So they wanted me to go to Crown Court to drag it out for 2 weeks. Me spend 100 grand going to Crown Court to defend something that I know I'm not guilty at. Actually, my brief, we seen the video evidence, and there was absolutely nothing there. And he said, you've got to fight this. And I said, I can't bother getting involved in there circus.
Okay.
I'd rather just admit, because everyone knows I'm not a racist person.
Right.
Actually, I've been working with my old teammate Shaka Hislop's show racing red card for about 25 years.
Right.
So why would I then all of a sudden call a policeman? I've never ever done anything like that in the past. Why would I call a policeman something like that? So I thought, they want me to get involved in this, stupidness. I won't allow myself to. I'm going to be bigger than it. I'll just say, yeah, I said that. I'll take knowing that people would know me. BBC obviously didn't want to know anymore after that, which I understand. So I lost my job with the BBC.
I'm just going to pause for a second because I'm very proud to announce that this show has its first sponsor, and it's a good one. It's NordVPN. As the owner of a marketing agency that operates online, it's really important for me and my team to stay protected with whatever we're doing online. And that's why NordVPN is essential to the operation of my business. Now, if you're a massive football fan like me, you can't watch every game because of the ridiculous 3 p.m. blackout, but you can if you use NordVPN. You can change your virtual location to another country where that game is actually being played. You can also watch games when you're abroad. NordVPN is also the fastest VPN, so no buffering, lagging, slowing your internet down. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/Ben Heath. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description below. Go ahead and check it out.
It's one of them. We've got institutions in this country that have been proven to be institutionally racist. I think the police force is one. The Met Police has been proven, but I think they're all hand in hand. And it's one of them where I just had to take it on the chin, do my community service, do my year's ban, which I deserved. I definitely deserved that.
A year's ban from driving?
Yeah, it's 15 months, so I deserve, and I've completely deserved that. I've got no time for anyone that gets behind the wheel after drinking, and I did that in that situation, which, I regret that. And I don't really regret a lot of things, but I do regret that.
How much had you had to drink? You were over the limit, but were you drunk?
I think I was twice over the limit. So,
okay.
But still, you hit someone, you kill someone. It's your fault.
Yeah.
You've got to own that. So in a way, 15 months, and a lady who did get hit, but not by any imagination a bad accident or anything. She walked away from the scene. But I feel lucky that I got away with that. Losing my job, being criticised in the papers, I deserve that. I'll take that on the chin all day long. I wouldn't have been able to live with myself if you would hit somebody and killed somebody. So, really big mistake that I've made, and something that I do regret.
You mentioned around the Crown Court, but you had admitted to being drunk and things like that. So was that to fight the racism angle?
Yeah.
That was what was being advised, that you should go and do that?
I should fight it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my solicitor said, you've got to fight it. Look at the evidence. There's no evidence.
Right, I see.
It was one of them.
Based on something you said?
Yeah, but based on something I said that but only 2 people heard.
Right.
So the police officer that said he heard it, and then his partner who was there said he heard it as well. But actually, they've got the body cams on. It didn't pick up on anything. And not only that, it was an hour and a half after we got back to the station that they made these claims.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, why get involved in such a circus? They make the rules. They know the law better than anyone. Why try and defend myself on that? Because at the end of the day, it's my word against theirs. Even if the body cam didn't pick anything up, what's the point in fighting it? I know myself, heart on heart, I wouldn't ever call anyone anything like that.
Do you think that the news stories at the time, did they focus more on the drink driving incident or the fact of supposed abuse of the police officer?
No idea. I don't read them.
Okay.
So I kind of put myself in a position where I took responsibility. I'd already made that decision as soon as I pulled over where the girl was. I'd made that to take responsibility, own me, and take whatever's coming to me. And that was part of that. But I'm not going to start reading about it.
Okay. So the BBC sacked you at the time.
Yeah, they suspended me, then got me in to give an apology, then sacked me again.
Right, okay. Do you think that was fair?
I think if you asked anyone that worked with me, whether it's at BBC, whether it's at Abu Dhabi Sports, whether it's at Talk Sport, I think they'll tell you what they think of me.
Okay.
And it's certainly no racist angle about me at all. I mean, you've only met me for a couple of hours, but my wife's white. I'm half white. My mum is white. Do you know what I mean? I was brought up in a white area. I've got loads of white friends. I've never said anything like that. I'm completely against all that. So why is it all of a sudden that a police officer said they heard me say that? I might have called him the latter part of the word because I was angry because I'd been banging on the door, and all of a sudden, I know some of the reports, not that I've read them, that I weed myself.
Yeah.
But there's nuance around that. It's not like, I was just pissed out of my head and I just pissed myself. And that's what people were thinking. That's not the case.
And did the BBC, did they say that the reason why they let you go was for the race angle as opposed to the drink driving incident?
No, I think at the time it was a little bit of a haze, and it's one of them where I just think, you know what, it's the BBC. So there's double standards in this country, I feel. And if you make mistakes from one demographic community, you can be forgiven.
Okay.
And if you make mistakes from a different demographic community, you won't be forgiven.
So by that, are you saying that you think if a white person in your situation had done the same thing, they might have gotten away with it?
I don't think a white person in my situation would have been in the situation.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think they would have made the apology like I did, taken responsibility, and been taken away.
Right, and then that would have been that.
Yeah.
This was just a small segment from my conversation with Trevor Sinclair. If you want to watch the full, intense episode, you can do so right here.